Vera Jackson, welcome to How She Owns It. I am so excited to have you on this episode. For everybody that is tuning in, Vera is a holistic nutritional therapist, to name a few things. I hope I've got that right. As I have said, Vera, with everybody that's been on the show so far, I'm going to hand across to you to introduce yourself so that you can tell everybody who you are, what you're all about, what you do, rather than me get it wrong and miss something. I feel like it's far better coming from you. So if you could do that, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, that's fine. I am Vera Jackson. I'm a nutritional therapist. I work with women's health. I work with women because that's something which is natural to me and something which is close to me. I help women um, to get healthy and be healthy naturally, to understand what's going on with their body and to see what's missing, where there's some gaps in nutrition, where there is some gaps in sleep, stress. So I work holistically with women's health. It means that I don't work with medication. I work with like natural ways of managing things like minerals, vitamins, sleep, stress, anything which we may be missing. So that's what I do.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
What would you say that self-leadership means to you, Vera?
I'd say it's a difficult question. Is it? Yeah, it's in my head, but when you actually come to ask it, I think it's knowing what's true to you. And when people ask you or people tell you that you're doing it wrong or you are worthless or you don't know how to do it, you just have to stop and say and think, well, is it really true? Is it really something which is happening or is it not true? So that's self-leadership. It's being true to yourself and know no matter what happens that no, I'm doing it good. I'm worth it. I'm great at doing what I do.
I love that. And I love that you thought that it was a hard question, but then you've just articulated it perfectly
Yeah.
through your lens, which is what this series is all about. Because the conversations that I've had as part of this, but just in life in general as well, it means so much to it different, like so many different things to different people. And I think it's very personal as well. But I think a theme through everything is that it is really, it starts with you. So it is, as you say, being true to yourself and showing up as you and maybe leaving opinions of other people to them and saying thank you, but no thank you. I'm going to trust me and I'm going to be true to who I am. So I love that you've said that. And something that I just wanted to share on the details that you very kindly provided me with before we got on this live, you said that I kind of quote marking here, and I've probably paraphrased a little bit, but you are champion. You came to this world to make it better.
Yes.
And I love that.
Yeah. It is, and I think it is a very true saying, but we don't think about it much, do we? It's someone said this to me, and I actually thought, yeah, that's true. The lady I was talking to, she said, "Look, you're already here from all the like when from all these like sperms which reach the egg. You're yeah, I know it may sound a bit funny, but you are the champion, so yours did it. So you are here, which means you are the best. You're already the best because you won that race back then. So, you know.
Being yes.
It starts from there, and then like, we all been sent to this world because of something, and we all worth something, and we all here to do something. It is being true champion to yourself. So yeah, we're all champions. We just don't know it. Many people don't know it.
Yeah, I,
Mm.
I I agree. And would you say that there is a particular story or a lesson that has shaped the way that you choose to lead?
Yes, my life story is a bit difficult. It starts from my childhood, I think. My mom is great and she's alive, thankfully still. But my dad, he died, and he was alcoholic, and he had big alcohol abuse. And I remember my childhood, my parents were arguing and my dad was drinking. So at the end, without knowing, I started to suffer from that rejection feeling. Like we all kids, we put the blame to ourselves, do we? Especially girls. If something happened in family, we think, well, that must be me who's doing that. Why is that drinking? Why is mom not talking to me? Why they arguing? So it started there. So I grew up just thinking it's okay to argue in the family, and it's okay if someone imposes your opinion. My mom is she's quite perfectionist, and yeah, she's very perfectionist. I love my mom to bits, and I don't know if she's gonna look at the episode because her English, yeah, she's in Eastern Europe. Her English obviously is not great. But she's a perfectionist, and I grew up like with her telling me like, oh, like maybe the clothes you're wearing are not so great, or you're not walking as straight as you should. So I grew up with someone constantly poking me, or you're not good enough, you're not good enough, you're not good enough. And when time came to start my family relationship, I chose a guy which I just didn't see all these red flags which were coming, and I've spent 10 years living in a relationship, which like now I see there was a lot of red flags. It was abusive relationship when someone was telling me every day, you're worthless, you're not good, you're a bad mother, you're a bad person, you're a bad friend, your cooking is bad, you done everything bad. And it was just, like I just started to believe in it until I saw there was a person I met, and he helped me a lot, and he actually showed me that this is not true. And I got out of that relationship. It was hard. It was very, very hard, and I kicked that guy out the best way I can say it. I literally had to kick him out because he wouldn't leave, and we have a child together. The child is 13 now. And we followed that kick out, followed by a large court battle. Like family courts in UK are, I guess in any countries, they're not,
Mm.
it's not nice. It's just when you go to court with a person who told you years ago, I love you, I want to spend my life with you, you are great and you are gorgeous, you're lovely. And then he goes to court and he tells all the judges that, oh, I will share her nude pictures with you. And yeah, he just, or like she did this and this and that, and she's bad mother, she left her child. And it's like, it's just bad. It's just very awful. And it really, it really, like not just that feeling, maybe I'm really not worth anything, it's very hard to get over it. It's just, it takes you self-confidence like down, literally down on the floor, and you have to spend a good time to actually pick it back up.
Mm.
But the lesson I've learned from that was that this is not true, because whatever my ex-partner was saying, it is not true. So that's why I've just realized one day, well, no, that can't be true. I am here and doing something. I'm worth something. So I just picked it back from ashes, and I went and I started to study nutrition, and I thought I can help other women with their health, and I can help other women to feel better, and I can talk to other women to tell them, no, you are not worthless. You are worth something, and you're great. You're a great mother. You're a great person. You're a great friend. So yeah, that is my story, and it's still ongoing, and it's still like it still impacts my confidence very much, I'd say. Every day um I have to remind myself like, no, that's not true. I am worth something, and I'm great, and I'm good, and whatever I do doesn't have to be perfect to actually be worth something. Yeah. Yeah.
First of all, thank you for being so vulnerable and sharing that. And I'm so sorry to hear about your dad passing and that experience. I feel like you sitting here the way that you are, and you do exude a certain quiet confidence to me. We've never met before, but I can feel it. Besides everything that, despite everything that you've gone through, like that's a massive testament to you. And I think the beliefs that we take on from other people can be absolute nightmares for quite a large part of our lives, can't they? Because typically we take in everything people say around us when we're kids anyway. We're like sponges soaking everything in, aren't we? So when
Yeah.
we're hearing people saying certain things, we're like, okay, that must be true because they're saying it, so it must be true. And then we kind of go through teenagehood and adulthood believing those things to be true, continuing to take in everything that everybody says to us. And then that further impacts if it's a self-worth thing, which in your case sounds like it very much was. You were not feeling very worthy because of the way people had made you feel and the things that they'd done and everything that they were telling you. It can take its toll. And you're right, it's very difficult to actually do the work to come out of that. And in my experience, and it's what you've said as well, is it takes you reinforcing that every day. It's not true because I believe whenever we work on ourselves and we unlearn something or do something, it doesn't stop once we've done that little bit of work, does it? It doesn't just disappear. We do
Yeah,
have to
unfortunately.
carry on every single day, and it's painful and it's messy and it's uncomfortable, but I think it is very powerful. And certainly what it sounds to me as, and tell me if I'm incorrect here, but I feel like perhaps you have become the person for other people that you wished you'd had for you when you were going through that period. So you've become the leader of others almost, wanting them to know perhaps everything that you wish you'd known and needed during that period.
Yes, I get what you're saying. I wished back then, before starting this relationship of 10 years, I wish I knew what I know now, and I wish I just looked at that person and just think, well, no, that's not right. There's so many red flags in here. He's talking so bad about women, and he's talking so bad even about his own mom, and he's just, he's making these nasty, silly comments. I wish, but it's just
Hmm.
many, many women, many girls live in this world, unfortunately, because they've been told by someone or because of where the childhood went, they think, well, it's okay for me. Well, I'm not worth anything better. Who would look at me? Normal guys just won't look at me. And I remember because I was feeling that in my teenage years, in my 20s, I was feeling, well, yeah, I can actually probably go and look someone else, but like, oh, like I'm worthless. The pretty normal guys won't just look at me, and that's how it goes. Pick, and that's how I picked the wrong partner. And I wish I could spread more knowledge with all the girls, like which are feeling that their relationship is not quite good, but they think, well, maybe it's okay, maybe that's how it's supposed to be, maybe I'm not worth anything else. I would just want to say them, no, just stop and look at yourself. You are worth more than that. And if someone, if your partner, your husband, makes you beg him for money, justify what you spend money on, or tells you not to talk to your friends, or tells you that you're worse than bad mom, it's just not true. You need to get out of this relationship as soon as possible, and it might be hard, but you just need to do it because it's just not going anywhere. Yeah,
Yeah, it's so the things that you're saying are so sort of powerful. And I think there will be people that are watching this that do need to
yeah,
hear exactly what you have to say at this particular moment in time. And maybe not even now, maybe further down the road. And I think that that's such a special thing that you can share that, knowing you don't know who that's going to reach or who it's going to impact.
yeah.
You know, it's going to reach somebody and impact somebody. And that's going to be a very powerful thing and a very needed thing. Uh,
Yeah.
how do you think you stayed then rooted in who you truly are, so true to yourself during the particularly messy and uncertain times?
I, well, I was lucky because I had a very good friend and like we called to each other. But it didn't end in the relationship. It just was a good friendship, and he was my anchor, sorry, and he just every time I started to doubt myself, he would bring me back into reality. But I appreciate not everyone's got that person, that anchor. Is just find the anchor. You need to find the anchor. You need to find something or someone, even one thought, which will bring you back into the reality when people try to tell you and try to stir you back into like, no, 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 that's how it's supposed to be. You are worthless, and that's how it's supposed to be because that is true. You need to find the anchor to drag you back, say, no, that's not true. That's not who I am. Even if you just wake up in the morning and look in the mirror or look outside through the window and say to yourself, what a beautiful day and what a beautiful person I am, and I am worth it, and I am great, and I am wonderful. Just even just repeating these things, maybe that anchor which will take you back into reality. And another powerful thing, actually, someone told me, my life coach, because I've gone through a lot of self-digging and a lot of coaching to understand what's going on. My life coach said to me, she said, every time you have this self-doubt or someone is saying something to you, ask yourself, whose thoughts these are. Are these my thoughts? Are these my true thoughts? Or is it someone else's? Which voice is talking to your head right now? And that's very powerful. And actually, that can be the anchor which brings you back. And every time I start doubting myself, I ask, all right, whose voice is talking right now? And I realize, well, that's not mine. And that's how it goes. So, yeah, that's how it is.
I love that. And I think it's if you've not got the person to be the anchor, which clearly you had a friend that, as well as yourself, I feel like exactly what you've just said is a very powerful tool, very simple as well, but also maybe perhaps talking to yourself the way that you would want a best friend to talk to you, or the way that you would listen to a friend if you had that person to actually anchor into as well. But self-talk, I don't know about you, but I often have conversations with myself in my own head, and different voices pop up, and I'll have an argument back and forth.
I know, I have a lot of time.
So
Yeah.
giving ourselves a pep talk in our own heads is really special, I think, sometimes, because when you perhaps there isn't anybody else around, or you don't feel like you can share it with anybody else, and you're thinking, I need to just shift something right now, just being that for yourself first. That is self-leadership. So I don't know if you realize that, but that was you leading yourself through that messy, that uncertain period by being the person and the voice for yourself that you needed.
I think so, yeah. I didn't really understand that probably because I was, to be honest, that period I was just surviving. I was just trying to survive and do the best. And it was very, very messy. It was going for 3 years and it was very, very bad. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's over now.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what would you want anybody else, any other women that are watching this right now, what message would you want to share with them? What would you want them to know about how they could be true to themselves, or remembering that they're worthy just by being them?
I would say just find something you want to do or find something you're really like doing and just do it. It doesn't matter what it is. It can be hobby or like I don't know, growing flowers, painting, doing pictures, something you really like. We all have something and just get on with it And it can turn into a business, or it can just stay a hobby, or you can share it with other people, even like on Facebook and local groups. There's lots of communities, and people will say, wow, you are good at it. So just find something you really like and get on with it. And every time it actually turns to be good, you flowers are grown and you paint a wonderful picture, you can actually look and say to yourself, wow, I've done that. I was the person who created that, and it's actually wonderful. So in my case, it was nutrition. I just started doing it, and yeah, and I people say, well, yeah, you're good at it because of I help my partner, myself, like my friends, help other people, and I've heard saying like, "Oh, thank you, you really did it." So just find something you're good at it, no matter what it is, and just start pursuing it, and you will see your confidence growing when it's turning to be good.
I love that. And so it sounds like you're saying do something for yourself that then
Yeah,
could lead to a very special place.
yeah,
And I think you hit the nail on the head there, which is as you do the thing, your confidence will grow. And
yeah.
I sort of say that all the time because I think so many people wait to feel confident before they do the thing. And they're like, I'll just need to build my confidence before I can do that. I just need to wait until everything's perfect to do it. When in actual fact, confidence isn't built that way, is it? Doing the thing builds the confidence because then you've got the evidence and other people, perhaps the way that you've said, recognizing and actually saying, you're really good at this. You can do this.
Yeah, yeah, it is true. You're right. Confidence is not built that way. It's just, yeah, it is. It's actually opposite when I know because I used to tell to myself, oh, I just need to wait until the perfect moment. But perfect moment never comes, is it? We can wait the whole life, is it?
You're
Yeah.
so right. And just thank you for so much for sharing all of this, Vera. It's been a real treat and a real delight to chat to you. And for anybody else that is watching, if they want to come and find you and get more of you, can you tell them where you're hanging out and where they can find you? Obviously, I'll link everything in the show notes, but if you could tell them as well, that'd be amazing.
Yes, I've got an account on Instagram. It's called Vera Jackson Wellbeing, so they can find me on Instagram. I do post loads of useful videos, like short videos, of things about women's health and how to stay healthy and be healthy, a bit of everything. So yeah, people can message me or just see what I've posted there. Can just message me to say hi, you know. Hi, nice to connect. I'm always pleased to meet new people and connect to new people, you know. And it's just that connection, which you may meet a random person from other part of the world and actually feel, oh yeah, that's exactly how I think, and you have that connection. So yeah, people are welcome to find me on Instagram, just DM me to say hi, and yeah, we'll say hi back.
Do you know, if there's anybody that's watching it, just to build on what you said earlier, Vera, like just do the thing. And as you do the thing, the confidence will come. If there's anybody watching right now that has been the person that has been waiting for the confidence to grow before they feel ready to do the thing, just sending Vera a DM to say hi will build
Yeah,
your confidence. Because if that's something you've never done before, and you're like, "Oh my God, I can't just message somebody I don't know." Actually, that could be a teeny tiny step that could start to build somebody's confidence, couldn't it? Just putting yourself out there to say hi, nothing else.
I know. Say hi to absolute stranger on the street, is it?
Okay.
Yeah, they're welcome to this.
Thank you so much for joining me, Vera. Like I said, I've absolutely loved our chat. It's been a real treat to chat to you. And thank you for being so open and so vulnerable with everything that you've shared. I feel sure that everybody that's watching is going to take so much from this the same way that I have.
Yeah. Thank you for having me, Julie. It's been wonderful, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to actually talk to people and to spread the world around. And I do really hope if my message reaches like even one person and one woman will say, actually, I'm worth more than that. That's a win. It means that's great. The world has gone better. So yeah, thank you for having me. Really, thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk to people.
You're You're so welcome. And for everybody that's watching, go and follow her, go and send her a hi on
Yeah,
Instagram. And in
please
the
do.
meantime, yeah, I will see you in the next episode.
Thank you.